God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My child, listen with your heart to what I am about to reveal to you." This is not just a message, it is a divine calling, a spiritual movement prepared especially for you. The hours when silence surrounded you and the nights when you believed you were forgotten were, in fact, sacred moments in which I was working quietly, shaping you for something greater. Nothing you have lived through was in vain. Every tear, every waiting, every pain was part of a necessary process to position you in the right place at the right time. Do you feel ready for a deep change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes all we need is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and blessings that God has already set aside for us. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and reflects on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, both spiritual and material, click the link pinned in the first comment. There you will find a simple practice, lovingly guided, that will help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. While you thought time was delaying you, I was preparing you. While you felt the world had forgotten you, I was guarding you from the wrong eyes and hiding you for the right purpose. Now, what is coming is not coincidence, but the exact fulfillment of what I designed in detail for your life. What I tell you today does not come from human rumor but from my eternal heart. Stay with me until the end, and you will see what heaven has already decreed in your favor, for this is the time of your awakening. Comment: God turns my weaknesses into strength. My child, remember, not one of your tears fell without me seeing it, not one cry rose without me gathering it. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. Your solitary prayers echoed louder than you imagine, and your silence became songs before me. I watched you endure quietly, standing firm even when the ground beneath you shook. And it was there, in the moment you thought I was distant, that I knelt beside you with tenderness. Your weariness was seen, your effort recorded in the eternal pages. Every step taken through pain was a testimony heaven celebrated. The resilience you showed became a sound that reached the heavenly courts. While you thought you walked alone, I was walking beside you. The falls you regretted became steps toward your ascent, and the losses that hurt you became seeds now sprouting in restoration. This is the time when I rewrite your story before many, and what once seemed an ending will be remembered as the beginning of something glorious. Comment: my pain is not eternal, God brings relief. There are promises that only bloom when the soul learns the meaning of pain. What the fire of trial touched, I turned into purity and strength. Just as gold shines brighter after the furnace, your heart now radiates after the season of refining. I did not distance you from blessings, I guided your steps through paths that would prepare them for you. Every delay was an invitation to maturity, every disappointment a silent teacher. When I say that all things work together for good to those who love me, it is because nothing in your journey escaped my purpose. The wounds you thought weakened you were actually teaching you to discern what is true. The winds that came were not storms of destruction but directions for renewal. If what you built fell apart, it was because I planned to raise something time could never tear down. And if people left, it was because the next season demands lightness, purity, and space for the new that is coming. Do not cry over what ended, for what begins now carries the mark of eternity and the seal of my love upon you. Comment, I trust in God, He is my strength in every challenge. You are the work of my hands, and nothing in you was shaped by chance. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. Every detail of your being was designed with divine precision. Every trait of your soul carries eternal intention. When you look back and see chaos, I see the perfect plan that led you here. No detour took you off course, it only taught you to depend more on me. The barren roads you walked were not punishment, they were training grounds. There I taught you that your source is not in circumstances but in my presence. When the world turned its back on you, I drew you closer to my heart. I led you through deserts not to weaken you but to show you that even in dryness I am living water. Now, because your heart has matured and your faith has endured, I will give you what before you could not yet carry. The time of preparation is over, and the harvest begins. Your story will testify before many that those who trust in me will never be put to shame. The words I spoke will be fulfilled, and what was once a promise will become visible reality, for nothing can stop what was born from my purpose. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. My child, many look at you and see only what is visible, but I see what dwells deep within your being. You carry marks that the world calls wounds, but I have transformed them into gateways of glory. What once caused you pain will now become your greatest strength, for from suffering was born spiritual authority. There is a new light rising within you, the fruit of the nights when you sought me without understanding. I work in the silence of your nights, when no one notices your effort, when fear tries to silence you and yet you choose to remain. Do not fear the process any longer, for it is within the process that my voice becomes clearer. What you thought was a delay was only rehearsal for manifestation. What you called failure was a divine redirection. I hid you, not as punishment, but as protection, for there are treasures that can only mature in secret. Now heaven has decided to reveal what it has guarded with care. This is the time of your unveiling, the moment when your light will shine before those who doubted you. They will see that it was not luck that lifted you, but my sustenance that upheld you. Comment, I surrender my anxieties to the Lord and embrace divine peace. Those who sow in tears shall reap with joy. He who goes out weeping, carrying seed to sow, will return with songs of joy, bringing his sheaves with him. Psalm 126 verses 5 and 6. My child, I saw every seed you sowed through tears, and none of them were lost. Remember the days when, even without hope, you still chose to believe. That silent faith moved heaven and opened paths where there were none. You planted faithfulness when the soil of life seemed barren, and now you will see bloom what you once thought was dead. The promises that seemed distant are already in motion, and what appeared forgotten is about to rise again. You were not abandoned, you were watched with love. While you waited, I was preparing the ground for your harvest. Today I declare, what was once delay will become advancement, what was once a fall will become your momentum, and what was once weeping will turn into laughter. The tears that fell in secret will become a public testimony of victory. All of this is not for your exaltation, but so that my name may be glorified through your story. For when I lift you up, I also lift my purpose in you, and the world will know that I am the God who turns sorrow into triumph. There are blessings that only manifest when you stop fighting against time and begin to trust in the purpose I have for you. When I am silent, it is not absence, it is strategy. My child, while you think nothing is happening, I am moving the invisible threads of your destiny with divine precision. In this silence, you learn to depend on me and not on circumstances. Know that every door that closed was an act of love, yes, love disguised as denial. I closed paths because on the other side there were storms that you were not yet ready to face. I protected your mind from alliances that would have pulled you away from your essence. I kept false smiles at bay that seemed friendly but were traps, and I safeguarded your heart from hands that could not care for it. Every no you received was my way of saying, trust me, I know what is coming. And when the right time arrived, I blew new winds and guided your steps to safe territories. From now on, you will see doors opening naturally, as if creation itself recognizes the sound of my will in your life. When this happens, you will understand, it was not luck, it was harvest. What once seemed small, insignificant, and worthless was merely the seed of a divine multiplication that now blossoms under my blessing. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. Psalm 37 verse 5. My child, I want you to understand the power of trusting, even when everything seems contrary. When you do not understand, trust. When it hurts, trust. When time seems frozen and heaven is silent, continue trusting. For what I am preparing for you goes far beyond your limited understanding. I have already walked through your tomorrows and seen your fears, and I tell you, I have already overcome them. Before challenges even appeared, I had designed the path of your victory. Before doubt tried to dominate you, I had already decreed your triumph. I prepare resources before the need arises, send answers before questions, and place angels on your path before danger manifests. No obstacle reaches you without passing through the filter of my purpose. Therefore, I ask you with tenderness and firmness, do not give up now. The crossing is almost over, and on the other side awaits something so magnificent it will completely change the course of your life. The promises I made you are not echoes from the past, they are living decrees in full fulfillment. And He who began the good work in you, my beloved child, is faithful and powerful to complete it in glory. My dear child, when I look at you, I do not see only your struggles, your falls, or your tears. I see the light of the purpose I planted within you even before the foundation of the world. No moment was in vain. Not the nights you cried, nor the days you thought of giving up, nor the silences that seemed like abandonment. All of this was fertile ground for your faith to flourish. I will transform every memory of pain into a testimony of victory, every wound into a mark of authority, and every waiting period into an altar of revelation. Those who doubted you will see with their own eyes what happens when someone chooses to remain faithful even without understanding the way. The harvest is at the door, and the time of scarcity ends now. I will blow over your home a wind of abundance and over your heart a breath of renewal. My angels are already moving in your favor, repositioning everything that was out of place. Walk with faith, for what I have prepared for you is not just any miracle, it is the seal of my eternal love, touching your story, restoring your essence, and proving to the world that I have never left your side. You are the living testimony of my care and faithfulness. I have called you to awaken your heart, my child, to the promises that sustain your spirit even in the quietest moments. I have traced rivers and scaled mountains, and I know where the water hides. Today, I ask you to declare with me, today, I receive provision. Today, I receive strength. Today, I receive victory. Speak with faith, for these words are not merely sounds, they are seeds sown in the soil of your heart, ready to grow when watered with trust. Many times, what you perceive as silence is not absence but preparation. I am shaping your path while your eyes are fixed on the horizon, unseen yet perfectly orchestrated. Every closed door, every delay, every unexpected turn is part of my design to lead you safely to what you cannot yet see. Let your spirit rise above fear and hesitation. Your faith activates what I have already placed before you. Even when storms gather and shadows seem to stretch endlessly, I am your unwavering light. I am the beacon in the darkest night, the flame that cannot be extinguished by winds of doubt. Though many of you have carried fears for years, abandoned dreams because of ridicule, or doubted your worth, hear my voice. Failure is never the final word. I rewrite beginnings where time seemed to have ended. Opportunities are being gathered even now, threads of hope woven into the fabric of your days. Sometimes I respond immediately, other times I craft the response carefully, like an artisan waiting for paint to dry to reveal its true color. Trust that every delay has purpose, every pause contains intention. I am never indifferent. I am working to bring the perfect answer in the perfect way, sometimes through a word, sometimes through a person, sometimes through a moment that will change everything. The weight of absence and nostalgia is not lost on me, my beloved. I see the emptiness left by those no longer present, the pain of relationships fractured or moments never shared. Yet even in that space, I bring comfort. I am the embrace that does not fail, the peace that arrives quietly yet completely. I have prepared hands to hold yours, friends who will walk beside you, and surprises that will restore what was lost. My care surrounds you in ways your eyes cannot yet perceive. Do not allow discouragement to blind you to the blessings still waiting to be revealed. Victory is not abstract, it is concrete, tangible, and I have already envisioned it for you. In work, in health, in relationships, in overcoming fears, I am setting each detail in motion. Trust that each step you take aligns with my careful orchestration. When prosperity knocks at your door, it will come accompanied by wisdom to sustain it, to make it grow and bear fruit. When healing arrives, it will carry renewed strength to continue the journey. Let go of guilt and past mistakes, for my compassion is not weak. I transform remorse into learning and restoration. I do not erase the past, I redeem it. Every step you take toward what is right is guarded, every path aligned with my design is blessed. Imagine a tailor, adjusting the garment to fit perfectly. You are that garment, and I am the tailor of your destiny. Where seams are fragile, I reinforce them. Where adjustments are needed, I provide them. The life I am crafting for you is precise, measured, and filled with purpose. It is a garment tailored for the mission I have entrusted to you. I infuse courage into you, my child, and place the tools in your hands that you once lacked. The new responsibilities may seem heavy, yet you will never walk alone. As you declare, "Today, I receive favor. Today, I receive restoration," your heart aligns with what I have already established. Do not let the small daily challenges steal your hope, for I am working in every detail, unseen yet unceasing. Your story is woven into a grand tapestry, each thread perfectly placed. Even when progress seems invisible, faith guides you. The quiet moments are the soil in which great victories grow. Every action you take, every choice made in alignment with me, contributes to the unfolding of the purpose I have for your life. Your trust activates realities already prepared in the unseen. Great achievements are often built through small, almost imperceptible steps. Consider the farmer who, while planting, sees only furrows of dirt, yet trusts in the harvest that is not yet visible. Likewise, your faith guides you through what appears empty or delayed. Do not mistake waiting for absence. I am weaving something marvelous, a design so intricate that only in the appointed moment will it be fully revealed. Anxiety may come, threatening to steal your peace, but know that I have prepared rest for you. True peace springs from certainty, not circumstance. You are part of something larger than your current understanding, and every detail of your life is infused with my presence. Walk boldly, speak with conviction, and watch as the doors I have set before you swing wide in ways beyond imagination. Wake each morning with the knowledge that you are deeply known, that every heartbeat resonates with my eternal care. You are never overlooked, never abandoned, and never without purpose. The victories, the reconciliations, the miracles are already in motion. As you move through your days, keep your eyes on me, and allow your heart to expand with the confidence that comes from being my beloved. Every word you speak in faith, every choice rooted in trust, becomes a beacon for what I am bringing forth. You are part of a story that is timeless, a narrative of redemption, restoration, and triumph. Believe, declare, and embrace what I have prepared, for your life is a testament to the power of my love and the fulfillment of my promises. Rest, my beloved child, with the awareness that your story is not at the mercy of chance, but guarded within my hands. Nothing escapes my attention, not a sigh, not a tear, not even the smallest gesture of hope that rises from your heart. I am not distant from your daily life, I am deeply involved in every detail of it. I prepare encounters long before you realize their purpose. I open financial doors in moments you least expect, and I whisper ideas that can reshape your path. My actions often appear disguised in the simplicity of everyday moments, an unexpected phone call, a friend's message, a word of hope from a doctor, the return of someone you love. Learn to recognize my touch in the ordinary, for I manifest through the familiar as much as the miraculous. Each blessing, even when wrapped in normality, carries my signature. Celebrate it. Gratitude expands the space for greater blessings to flow, for thanksgiving turns your heart into fertile ground where new miracles grow effortlessly. The heavens have already bent over your story, and the winds now blow in favor of your path. In every place where adversity once sowed fear, I have already planted courage. Where others tried to build walls, I have raised bridges. Where attempts were made to drown your faith, I have breathed into you a new wind of perseverance. My presence is the invisible current that pushes you forward when your strength runs low. No barrier can resist the one who has already walked through your future. I have gone ahead of you, clearing the way, aligning the right people, preparing divine connections that will open doors sealed for years. What seemed lost is being restored. What seemed closed is about to be unlocked. The improbable is my favorite canvas because it is there, in the realm of impossibility, that I paint my greatest works. I transform the never into now, and the impossible into testimony. You will see doors opening, people returning, and opportunities coming back around, not because of coincidence, but because my hand moves with purpose and love for you. Even now, I am touching every part of your being. I am healing every cell, every fiber, every organ, saturating your body with renewal and light. Just as rain falls upon dry land and awakens hidden life, my presence flows through you, restoring vitality where exhaustion once lived. Fatigue will lose its power. Sickness will not have the final word. Pain will not define your destiny. I am rewriting your story from within, transforming despair into strength and fear into faith. I have already prepared mornings where you will wake renewed, like an eagle rising on powerful wings, soaring above what once held you down. Over your labor, I declare prosperity. I have seen every hidden effort, every silent act of integrity, every moment you chose truth when no one was watching. I take all that you have done with a pure heart and breathe multiplication into it. The harvest will come not only from the fields you worked but from places you never thought would bear fruit. I will surprise you with abundance, because I delight in honoring those who remain faithful when no one applauds. Where you were humiliated, I place honor. Where you were mocked, I plant respect. Where they said you could not, I will demonstrate that with me, all things are possible. Do not let the judgments of others define you, for my word over you is victory. I am rewriting family stories that seemed shattered beyond repair. I am entering homes that were on the verge of collapse and rebuilding them with love and forgiveness. I am restoring conversations that were never had, mending hearts that forgot how to speak. I am reigniting the flame of affection where only ashes remained. I am calling sons and daughters home. I am healing marriages that the world declared dead. I am uniting hearts that once drifted apart. Every fracture is becoming a doorway for my glory. Every broken piece is being shaped into something whole. My restoration is not superficial. It reaches into the soul and renews what you thought was gone forever. I am the master of transforming dust into gardens, ashes into beauty, mourning into dancing. Your dreams were never buried. I have guarded them in my hands. Some only slept, waiting for the right season. Now, I breathe new life into them. You will dream again, you will believe again, you will build again. The world may have said, it's over, but I say, it's just beginning. The quiet wars you fight in silence, the tears you hide, the questions buried deep inside, I am there, entering those hidden places with my light. Nothing within you is too dark for me to touch, too broken for me to heal. I illuminate what was covered, clarify what was confused, and bring peace where pain once ruled. Like the ocean cannot contain the strength of its waves, no one will contain the power of what I have prepared for you. I orchestrate every detail, aligning encounters, shifting circumstances, and moving every piece of your life's symphony with perfect harmony. Every note, every moment, every breath contributes to the song of victory that will rise from your life. You are not small in my eyes. You are my creation, marked with authority and equipped with divine gifts that no one else possesses. Do not compare your journey to others, for what I have placed in you is singular, sacred, and precise. You carry something the world needs, something only you can bring forth. I have entrusted you with purpose, and no force on earth can erase it. Walk with confidence, knowing that I am both your beginning and your end. I have written your story with intention, and every chapter, both the painful and the joyful, serves a purpose. The time of restoration has begun. The season of recognition is unfolding. The glory of what I am doing in you will shine not just for your sake, but as a beacon for others who need hope. Keep your faith anchored in me, for I am the God who finishes what I start. Your story is a divine masterpiece, and the signature at the end of it is mine. Hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.